Welcome back to Intuition Nutrition, the mini-series. I'm having a holistic health chat here with Rebecca Weller, who's with me all the way from Perth, Australia. Now, Rebecca has a website and a program that can change your life. It's called Sexy Sobriety, and she's here to talk to us a little bit about what that means and how she got started. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you. I can't believe how far away you are. It's really fun. It just makes the internet so much more magical, you know, when you can talk to someone on the other side of the world.
Doesn't it? It's fantastic.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started? What was your journey to start this program called Sexy Sobriety?
Absolutely. So I had quite a dysfunctional relationship with alcohol for quite a long time. I'm 39 now, and I started drinking probably when I was about 16, 17. So that's quite a long time. And I didn't feel like I could really be confident without alcohol. You know, it became a self-esteem crutch for me. And I used it to celebrate. I used it when I was wanting to de-stress. I used it all the time. And, you know, it got to the point where it wasn't doing me any good. You know, I was health coaching. I had another website called vegansparkles.com, and I've been doing a lot of health coaching there for a couple of years. And drinking alcohol, it just was really messing with my mind more than anything. You know, obviously it has physical effects, but with my emotions, with my it gave me a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. And in the end, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a period of sobriety and see how I feel. And I did that, and I did my original 90 days of sobriety, and I felt incredible. I felt so much better, and I thought, you know what, I really want to help other women to see what a period of sobriety can do for them, so that they can then make up their mind whether they want to keep alcohol in their life, or whether, like me, they're like, actually, my life is a whole lot better without it.
That's great. And so do you ever now dip in and have a glass of wine once in a while, or are you a teetotaler?
Yep, I'm a teetotaler. Yeah, I never thought I would say that ever. I loved champagne before, but now, you know, I just, the clarity and the freedom, you know, I used to drink a glass of wine here and there and be fine with it, but then I'd go to social events and drink too much, and I would feel like I made an idiot of myself, and the next day I would just have that downward spiral of shame and feeling anxious, and, you know, it just wasn't worth it. So in the end, I thought, right, if I just have this period of sobriety and see how I feel, and that's how it all began. And because I felt so amazing, I thought, well, why would I reintroduce it?
Right, that's true. That's true. So what other things have improved in your life since you've given up alcohol, besides the clarity of mind and not feeling embarrassed about the night before? What else have you noticed?
Absolutely. My relationships are a lot deeper. Like, I used to think that I needed alcohol to socialize. In Australia, there's a huge drinking culture, and so you know, going to networking events and things like that, or even just hanging out with friends, it always involves alcohol. And I thought that was helped me connect with people, but when I took it away, I realized that actually I connect on a much deeper level with people, because the connections that we're having there are real. You know, they're authentic, and they're not, you know, neither of us are numbing out. There's not this cloak or a glass wall between us, that we're actually, you know, connecting on a deep level. And so relationships are fantastic. The other thing I really love is my creativity, because I love to write. I love to create things for my blog readers and for my clients. And now, I mean, productivity obviously is through the roof, but creativity as well. The ideas just flow, whereas before sometimes I would have a bit of trouble getting started. Now they just seem to keep popping out of everywhere.
That's wonderful. And I see a guitar behind you. Is that yours?
Oh, yes. No, that's my partner's.
Oh, I was going to say, so there's a lot of creativity in your home.
There is. Yes, he's a graphic designer, so yeah, it's a little creative hub.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I noticed on your website, which is beautiful, by the way, it's so pleasing to the eye. I was in there just forever reading through it, that you have, I don't know if it's just one program that works for all these different kinds of people, or if you do programs for moms and for, or for entrepreneurs, or, you know, you had all these sort of you know, groups. So can you explain that to me a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So on, the homepage of Sexy Sobriety, I just wanted to reach out to mothers, because I think that sometimes, mothers can get into a habit of having a glass of wine after the kids go to bed, just being like, oh, it's mummy time now, and having that glass of wine, but then feeling a bit tired the next day and a bit impatient maybe with the family, and, finding it a little bit harder to cope with things.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to reach out with them. Also the creatives, because, as I know from my own experience, the creativity increases tenfold when you take the alcohol away. And then also the professionals, because, I used to, before I started my own business, I was working in the corporate world, and having drinks at those networking events or coming home and de-stressing with a glass of wine really had an effect on me the next day on my performance. I just wasn't performing at that higher level. So I wanted to reach out to all of those types of women, and we covered different sections within the website or within the program that are catering to each of those women. But really, overall, the program provides a toolkit for women to deal with day-to-day stresses of life in a more healthy way. So, there's all sorts of pep talks and information and activities. There's journaling, there's interviews and inspiration, just to help them to see, okay, maybe I can manage things in a different way without having to have the alcohol.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. And you've had some really good results. I saw pictures of all these women that have gone through your program.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's incredible. This project really took on a life of its own. Like, I've been interviewing other women who have successfully overcome their dysfunctional relationships with alcohol. And we talk a lot in the interviews about, how they did that and what programs worked for them. And because obviously every person is very different and different things work for different people. So it's great getting such a broad spectrum of perspectives, I guess, and real life stories.
Right.
And then the women that are going through the program, they're just incredible. They're just absolutely adorable, and the feedback and stuff like that. And I love to do webinars and things for them and give them that extra hands-on touch, because I love getting involved in it. And I could talk about this all day. I'm very passionate about it, as you can tell.
Clearly, I know, which is probably why it's so successful, because it comes from your passion. So I have a question also. How is this different from your typical AA or 12-step program? And do you attract people that aren't maybe necessarily alcoholics, but they're just, like you say, have a dysfunctional relationship? Like, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I say, in Australia, there's a massive drinking culture. So a lot of the women that are coming through, they don't know anyone who doesn't drink. So they don't have any sober role models or anyone else to aspire to, or any evidence that it is even a good thing to do or to try. Mm-hmm. So that's what I wanted to do with the interviews, is bring in these amazing women who are kicking butt in business and in life, and really getting the most out of life, really with every fibre of their being, enjoying their life and getting the most out of it. So I wanted to bring that inspiration in for women. But yes, we get a cross section, because, there are women who just have never tried sobriety before and just interested in to see how it feels for them and what fits for them. And there are others that, maybe are in the pre-addiction stages. So the great thing about this is it gives a toolkit for handling their day-to-day life. So really it sets them up with a foundation for supporting their sobriety, if that's what they choose to do at the end of the 90 days. So it can work in addition to other recovery methods. And also, a lot of the interviewees talk about the different methods that worked for them. So I think that was important as well, to take away some of the stigma and fear around reaching out to other places for help. Because this could work for someone in its entirety, or it can be a beautiful extra support to someone who's going through another recovery program.
Sounds lovely. Have you ever had anyone say, okay, I finished my 90 days, but no, I'm going to go back to drinking? Have you ever had that?
No. I mean, I know a couple of people might then go back and just have a drink now and then, but usually it changes their relationship with alcohol on a fundamental level, so that they no longer feel like they need it. It's just then it might be a once in a while treat for them, but they then handle that relationship in a much better way.
You've made a profound change with them, right? That's it's a shift, really. You reminded me a lot of these there are all these detoxes out there for like getting rid of sugar, giving up gluten, and it's just kind of like another branch of that. It sounds like you're just saying
exactly.
Give up alcohol.
Yes, that's right. So, I would love to think of it as an experiment. So try it for yourself, give it 90 days and see how you feel.
Right, exactly. Like an elimination diet.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I love that you're doing this. I think it's so needed. And obviously you've gotten so many great, responses. So clearly it's needed and it's being used well. Where can people find you if they wanted to check out your programs?
Yes, absolutely. So come and find me at sexysobriety.com.au.
Awesome. And do you need to be in Australia to participate?
Nope, you definitely do not. Anywhere with internet connection, and we've got you covered.
Perfect. All right. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for joining me. This has been such a great chat.
Thank you, Jennifer. It's my absolute pleasure.
Well, I hope that you all go check her out because Rebecca's program is really beautiful and it's helping a lot of people. So please, once again, go to sexysobriety.com.au. And Rebecca, thanks. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
All right, tune in next time for
more
food. More food for your body, mind, and soul.